We got a pretty interesting matchup now, ladies and germs. We got Mr. 110%, who always gives that extra 10%, versus the Cuck and his beloved nipples, accompanied with Karen, bitch mode Karen, who is lurking around the ring like a predator, and we got the Cuck already with the titty twister, just yanking at Mr. 110%'s nipples and then just twisting his own nipples.
Oh yeah, he's a dirty little birdie, just twisting them like raw. Oh, once again, he's going for it again.
Yeah, he's just loving Mr. 110%'s nipples, and he's loving his own nipples even more.
Oh yeah, you know, the Cuck, honestly, he's kind of a weird dude, but I just can't stand this Mr. 110% with his upbeat attitude, insisting all you gotta do is just try a little harder, give that 110%.
Yeah, but I mean, you really can't not find the Cuck and Karen completely insufferable. Karen just being, and showing there that she is an absolute massive bitch, and the Cuck just, well, he just likes watching her get banged by 12 guys and jerking off in the corner, but he delivers a massive headbutt there to Mr. 110%. And now he's going into that jail lock.
I wonder if he learned that in prison.
I don't know if he's ever been to prison, but prison's rules do apply as he kicks Mr. 110% in the balls, but Mr. 110% counters with a big body slam. He goes for an early pin. Karen trying to trip him up there, but misses. And then once again we got the Cuck just going for the nipples once again, and then just twisting his own nipples. I wonder if he's going to just end up ripping his own nipples right off his own chest.
I don't know. I think he knows his own limit. His nipples are probably scarred, you know. Really, really thick scar tissue holds him on.
And once again, trying for an early pin, but doesn't even get a 1 there. And we got an exchange of blows, slaps and punches, and a big slap to the chest of Mr. 110%. And then we got the Cuck going up top with a big leg drop from the turnbuckle. And then another leg drop. And once again, going for those nipples, just trying to pull the nipples right off his body. You can hear that sickening snap and just the twisting of the flesh there.
And a big body slam by Mr. 110%, giving all the effort in the world, you know. Supposedly his body slam does 10% more damage.
And Karen distracting the referee, and the Cuck gets in an extra cheap shot. And an attempt at a lariat by Mr. 110%, but he whiffs it, but he does not whiff that drop toe hold. And Karen screaming her guts out like the nasty venom-filled bitch that she is.
Yeah, she is a massive bitch. Oh, and we got the gorilla press nipple tweaking there. But like you were saying, she is a massive bitch, but I mean, she is pretty hot, man. I mean, just look at that midriff there, man. I just wanna lick it. You know, like just run my tongue down her spine.
You better not let her hear you say that, otherwise she might very well kick you straight in the nuts, Barry.
Who's to say I don't like that?
Oh, so you're saying you're going to the sex parties with her and the Cuck?
I'm not saying that, actually. I lied. I don't want to get kicked in the balls. I got a few fetishes, but I'm not quite as kinky as this guy.
Yeah, speaking of kink, he's just got him in another painful submission there. Yeah. But he does not tap out, and then Mr. 110% with an enziguri. Mr. 110% with a big lariat there, knocking him off his feet, and then an elbow to the back of the head, followed by a German suplex. A pretty decent combo there, my Mr. 110%. Oh, but Karen once again distracting the referee while another cheap shot is taken by the Cuck. And the Cuck gets whipped to the corner by Mr. 110%. He's going for a suplex, but he gets countered by the Cuck. And then Karen just wailing on him on the outside and just stomping right on Mr. 110%'s balls. And then just flipping him off, letting it linger. Being that bitch mode, Karen that we all know she is, and a whip to the corner and a body splash by Mr. 110%. And then he's doing a little bit of showboating, going to the top rope, and a big elbow drop as Karen screams on like a banshee, And then he rolls him up with a schoolboy, but it was a rope break, and Karen trying to distract the referee. And then he's going for the airplane spin, Mr. 110%, and Karen just bitching to the referee even more, distracting him and preventing any potential tap-outs to that airplane spin, and a big gourd buster by the Cuck.
Oh yeah, and Karen's just screaming her guts out in a big cross body by the Cuck there, and now the Cuck's in control.
Oh, but not for long, as we got another big enziguri while Karen flips off Mr. 110%. Then a big elbow drop from the top rope from Mr. 110% to the Cuck, right in the back. Oh, but the Cucky just twists his finger, just trying to break the finger of Mr. 110%. Such a dirty move.
Oh yeah, he's a dirty little birdie. Oh, and then Mr. 110% with a pile driver while Karen's screaming. And then once again, she's griping to the referee, you know, wanting to talk to a manager probably, even though she's the Cuck's manager. Oh, and that's the gyrating of the hips, and he's got him by the balls, the meat tenderizer. Now he's just showboating, showing off those muscles there that Karen loves so much.
Yeah, Karen certainly does seem to love his muscles, but not quite as much as she loves herself, and not quite as much as the Cuck loves his own nipples, as he whips Mr. 110% out the ring, and then he himself getting outside the ring to take a breather, and now he's back inside the ring. Both men lock up. Another suplex attempt, but he gets countered, and then the Cuck counters him right back and just pokes him in the eyes, and now he's back to the nipple tweaking, going around behind with an ass to mouth, and we'll be right back, folks. DVPW Deadly is also brought to us tonight in part by Karen and the Cuck's Nipples. Oh yeah, the Cuck's Nipples, and just like an M. Night Shyamalan movie, there's always a twist at the end. Why take out an entire ad dedicated to your nipples? The man just really, really loves his nipples. And if you got some kind of problem with that, Karen's gonna have a word with your manager. Karen and the Cuck's Nipples. Wait, frankly, I'm disturbed by this entire situation. Why did they make me read this ad? Karen and the Cuck's Nipples. And we're back, ladies and germs. And we got Mr. 110% back in the driver's seat. Oh, but not for long, as he eats a big rake to the eyes. And then once again, right back to the nipples. Just loving Mr. 110%'s nipples. And just that sickening snap while Karen screams on words of encouragement.
And then she's just flipping off Mr. 110%. Oh, and the sexual gratification there by the Cuck. And then a diving leg drop from the top rope. But he's dazed on his feet.
And another airplane spin attempt by Mr. 110%. Karen trying to distract the ref, but didn't get in there quite quick enough that time. But he did not tap out, liking pain, of course. The Cuck loves pain. And we've got a taunt there by Mr. 110%.
Yeah, Mr. 110%, his taunt's so generic. Not like that, you know, little hip magic there going on by the Cuck, but what's the deal with, like, every single move that this guy does being this generic crap? It's like the generic moveset for, like, any creator wrestler in a video game.
Well, you see, he doesn't need anything fancy. He just gives that extra 10%. He tries really, really hard, and if you would just give that extra 10% to Barry, you'd succeed in life just like Mr. 110%.
Oh yeah, so much success as he gets nippleplexed out of the ring. That's the nippleplex, the suplex by the nipples. And then he's tweaking his own.
Oh, but paying for his own hubris with that extra 10% DDT. That momentum just causing him to sit back up for a second there before he flaps back down. But Karen distracting the ref from counting the pinfall, and he doesn't even get a 1 count because of that dirty bitch Karen. And then we got another airplane spin, and then Karen once again going for distraction on the ref, and the ref standing right next to it, but somehow missing everything.
Oh yeah, that's just because Karen's that hot, man. And a big gut buster there. Gorilla press gut buster followed by some more nipple action by the Cuck.
And both men seem pretty tired, and it does appear that the Cuck has been busted open by that DDT. And we got the hip gyrating, we got the grab by the balls, and we got the meat tenderizer as he's showing off for Karen once again. Oh, but we got a big back suplex. A big back suplex by Mr. 110%. Oh, but he gets his eyes raped. Oh, once again, going that extra mile. That extra 10% with that DDT kicking out the leg. But the Cuck is on his feet first, but he's dazed. And both men back on their feet. The Cuck, just sticking his heads in his tights, like his bald head. The Mr. 110%'s bald head making contact with his genitals there in that pile driver, and then right back to the nipples. And then Mr. 110% is dazed, but he counters the Cuck's attempted a grapple with an elbow to the back of the head, and then now an elbow to the lower back from the top rope. Karen's still lurking around the ring like a predatory animal of some kind, and a kick to the chest.
Oh, and then right back to that finger snap, just trying to rip the finger off his body, you know, like, Karen's always giving people the finger, he's ripping off the fingers. And another attempt there at the extra 10%, but it was not enough. I guess he only gave that extra 9%, not the full 10. Oh, but an oh no you didn't, followed by a super kick. Oh, but another oh no you didn't, with a football tackle being an ex-linebacker, and right back to that nipple tweaking that he loves so much.
Oh, and he goes once again, he trying really hard, giving that extra 10% with that DDT, but Karen once again distracting the referee, keeping him from counting the pinfall, just cheating.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how many percents he gives if he can't get a pinfall count, now does it?
Oh, don't you worry, I'm sure he's got an extra 10% left in the tank. And oh, but another finger snap by the Cuck. And then, once again, Mr. 110% is dazed. And then, oh, another huge nippleplex outside the ring. And then Karen comboing that with a stomp to the balls. And then once again, and then just flipping him off right in his face. And now he's back in the ring. And he's once again going for that airplane spin.
Yeah, that generic move.
Yeah, well, he's given 110%. And Karen attempting another distraction there, successfully preventing any tap-outs. And once again, some showboating, but he catches a heel to the chin from the Cuck. And we got the Cuck once again going to the nipples. The Karen cheering him on. And he's just snapping those nipples while Karen screams, and then he's just twisting his nipple piercings, and then the gyration of the hips,
and then by the ball, and the meat tenderizer just ripping his ball sack there, and a big old boot right to the face.
Oh, he attempts a drop kick, but he gets clotheslined right out of it by Mr. 110%, going that extra mile with that extra 110% atomic drop there, and that extra 110% elbow, and then once again that extra 10% DT. Oh, in the middle of the ring, Karen screaming her guts out. Oh, the ref, it looks like she was too late. The ref is getting the count. Oh, and we got the 3 count going that extra mile, seals the victory as Karen is just having an absolute fit.